special fast train going to Leesville, Alabama, Hope Stop, Mississippi, Possum Point, Georgia, Miami.
Who's Amy?
Miami.
Hey, you mean your Amy?
Bo Hunkers.
Bo Hookers?
Bo Hunkers.
Bo Hunkers?
Oh, I beg your pardon. Hoboken.
Hoboken. Oh, well, Mr. Conductor, I want to go to Hot Town.
Hot Town?
Yes, sir.
That's the last stop.
Last-
All aboard.
All right, sir.
Hey everybody, how's it going? So this is, and I can't stress this enough. This is Canada Hunt. Now, it is a hunting game. Don't let that fool you. I've played this. I own this. I've played this. It's not a hunting game, not really. Here, let me show you. But here's the first thing. This game, formal release package, I might add. This game, it as low budget as shareware as this game is, it's got a pretty good opening song. So anyway, without further ado, here we go. Ready? Check this out. And I'm just gonna let the audio play. Like, you've got to hear this. Here we go. that's enough of that. Alright, we're just gonna hit mute on that for a minute. Believe me, it's still playing in the background. You know what? No, let's turn it back on, but let's lower the ever-living crap out of that. Okay. So we've got 3 animals here. We've got the white-tailed deer. It says season white-tailed deer hunting destination, Saskatchewan, Canada. Here we have elk hunting destination, Rocky Mountains, Colorado. And here we have eastern spring gobbler hunting, which is a turkey. Destination is South Carolina's Low Country. Well, we want to go to Saskatchewan, don't we? And what are we going to choose? Doesn't even matter. Thank God it stopped. Oh, thank God that music stopped. All right, so I'm going to crank this back up. And a pretty violent sneeze there, so thank you for bearing with me on that. Hey, this is, how do we even use this game here? No, that's not it. Oh, we've got... We have forward and we have back. Oh, check it out. Okay. I actually don't know where the steer keys are. Otherwise I'd be moving, believe me. I know where forward and back are. Well, there's one in the distance there. That's good. Anyway, until I figure things out, let's walk towards that guy. Oh, and hey, have some music. There. Yeah. Oof, that's loud. So anyway, Canada Hunt. That doesn't do anything. That doesn't do anything. What are the buttons? What are they, A few seconds. Well, let's see. Controllers. Standard controller, configure. Remember, emulated, configure. Up, down, left, right. Keyboard, up, down, left, right. W and S. W and S. Where's W? It doesn't even have WS in here. W and S. Motion input. Extension. Oh, here we go. It does say WSAD. It's just not using WSAD. Oh well. Whatever. What's standard controller? WSAD. Up, down, pad. Alright, well, whatever. Back to the game. As soon as I figure out how to move left or right, we're golden. let's move backwards for the moment until I figure that. Oh, look, I'm leaving footy prints. Hey, if anyone notices me moving left or right, you just let me know in the chat. There's A, there's a Z. Shift, no. Control. Oh, that's cool. Control brings up a, Yeah. Yeah, that didn't work out in my favor now, did it? Come on, there's got to be a... Hey, okay. It's mouse and keyboard. We figured it out. Now we're going. Oh, look. Check it out. There's a... Let's go say hi. Hey, pal. What's up? Actually, I noticed that there was a tree fort. So let's go over to the tree fort, shall we? Hey, welcome to Canada. This is signed either. I can imagine. Let's head over to this tree fort. This was probably the type of game where a grandma. Oof, that's loud. Yep. Quality control on the sound. This is the type of game that would sell for about $35 in retail, or about $50 at a hunting store. And then Grandma, back in 2010, Grandma would have little baby say, Grandma, can you buy me a game for the Wii? There's a great game. It's called Mortal Kombat or something. And Grandma would say, what's that, Billy? Because Billy is the name of the kid. What's that, Billy? You want to play a hunting game? And then Grandma would go to a hunting store and say, my son wants to play the most violent game on the planet for the Wii. What do you got? And they would say, oh, well, we have this hunting game for like $50. And Grandma would buy this, and Grandma would give this to Billy on Christmas Day with full love, as only the grandmother's love of a Christmas could have. Unsigned. And then Grandma, let's go find us some wildlife. And then Grandma would give this to Billy, and Billy would open it on Christmas, and he'd be like, Canada Hunt. That's not Mortal Kombat. But I'll take it, Grandma, because I love you. And Billy would throw this in. And Billy would love that opening soundtrack. In fact, Billy might take up a career in being a guitarist for a band because of that opening song. But then Billy would start playing it. And if Billy weren't from Saskatchewan directly, or perhaps if Billy were from Saskatchewan, Billy would be very disappointed. Billy would be very disappointed. Hey, pal, what's up? Aren't you majestic? Look at you. Oh, two of them. Like, frolicking. Hey, pal, how's it going? I have treats. You're just the cutest. Who's the cutest thing? Oh, you're the cutest thing. Okay, let's go. Maybe he wants to go to the tree fort. Let's go to the tree fort. Hey, Bambi. That's so cute. Okay. Maybe there's something else in here. There's another sign. Maybe there's something else in here. We got hay bales. Oh, this is something. What is this? A trash can? What is this? Is this like Shadow of the Colossus? What is this? Oh, it's a side of a hail bale. That is Shadow of the Colossus, like one of those relics, and then you touch it and a gigantic colossus. Rawr. Kaiju. That I guess not. It's just a hay bale. Hey everyone, how's it going? Earlier this week I was asking around, hey, who wants to hear me read an audiobook? And I had a couple of suggestions. I had Stephen King was one, Neil Gaiman was another. I think one of them was the Mr. Men series. Oh, the Mr. Men series, and I thought that would be a fun one. Honestly, I would expect a can of beans or something. If this were a zombie simulator... If this were like a survival horror game, which it could very well be. It wouldn't be that hard to make this a survival horror game. If this were a survival horror game, like, this is the perfect setting. It's an open world map. It's a closed space. You have a couple of areas that you could stick around in. I mean, the overall framework is here. In fact, what do you want to bet that this was at some point in development? And I don't know this, but what do you want to bet that it was like a Call of Duty or Battlefield, some sort of war-style video game? And midway through production, meaning they were $10 into production, they said, you know what? We don't have the budget to complete this, so let's just throw some deer in there. I'll play some guitar. We'll release it. And then years later, I bought it. Bet they weren't expecting that. I bet the developers are watching this live web stream and they're thinking, someone's playing our game. What's the occasion? Why? Well, here's the reason for that. If you're watching developers, it's Canada Day, or it was 2 days ago. It's the Canada Day long weekend. And also it's the, we're coming up on the Independence Day holiday for the pants to the south. And it's as such that we want to celebrate all things Canadian on this auspicious of celebrations, Canada Day. And that's why we're playing this. In fact, I should have chosen a Canadian soundtrack, but the problem is that I could have only chosen a Canadian soundtrack. Hey, pal. I could have only chosen a Canadian soundtrack that would... Wait, do you remember seeing a turkey around here? I think I saw a turkey. Maybe there wasn't. They're not anatomically correct. Have you noticed this? Nice tail flick. Yeah, not anatomically correct. Shadow of the Colossus. Save. Actually, no, that's not a Shadow of the... Yeah, Shadow of the Colossus. Team Ico. Good game, by the way. I highly recommend it. I hope everyone's enjoying this stream. I know I am. It's just a pleasant walk in the woods. Although, can this really be called the woods? I mean, it's clearly an agricultural area. They're growing wheat. It's wild wheat, too. It's not even... It's in a cluster, but it's not... It's not a field. Not a traditional field. Hey, pal. How goes it? I think I got some gummy bears with me. You want a gummy bear? No? Alright. Have fun. It's agricultural, slightly, but it's not forest. Or maybe for Saskatchewan it's forest, but I don't know about that even. It's really sparse. What do they think that the, like, what are these even doing? They're not hidden. Oh, there's a fuzziness. Do you hear that? Do you hear that fuzzy sound? It's like there's a radio wave. I would laugh if this is a horror game and no one's ever played this long on pacifist mode. I'd love that to be the hidden gem of this game. The thing that the developers never thought anyone would discover. Please, developers, don't let me down. Anyway, this, so the reason that we're playing this classical music, by the way, is because I'm also testing the algorithm to make sure that I can play music and not have copyright strikes. And if there's copyright strike, well, you know what? I'll just hit mute and we'll publish it later. I mean, no loss. Other than that, it's a footstep ASMR simulator. Crunch, 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 crunch. A friend of mine was watching the Crime and Punishment game that I was playing a little earlier. And she said, that game was so nice and your voice was so soothing. But I have to admit, whenever that music came on, it was jarring. And it roused me out of my slumber. And I thought, well, let's play a game where we have the same type of music, the same type of ambiance. My voice is low and droning. Hey, pal. Oh, you're so cute. You're so cute. Oh my gosh, you're so cute. And yeah, we'll just play a game that way. Here's that static. I sincerely hope a UFO comes down and starts shooting things. That's amazing. I wonder if there's like a... You remember Halo? Remember Halo had the I would have been your daddy skull and it was so hidden you had to somehow trigger certain waypoint findings. And if you got to a certain point here or a certain point there, then by hitting certain checkpoints, it would actually enable a script. I would love if the developers had put that in there, and the fact that we're getting really fuzzy, staticky noises means that we're getting close to a UFO or a kaiju or a something. That'd be great. I may also be giving the developers a little more credit. Here, listen. Hear the static? Yeah, crazy. I'll put that back, audio back on. Sorry about that. Just really wanted you to hear that static if you hadn't heard it. I'm sorry if you were listening along and suddenly your really peaceful, droning tethercat audio sound was drowned out by the sound of Canadian geese honking, which is, let's face it, not exactly the most pleasant thing anyone could ever hear in their entire life. In fact, on a list of the most unpleasant things that have been known to mankind, Canadian geese is up there. Canadian geese ranks in the 5th, 6th, and 7th consecutive spots in the top 10 most unpleasant things you could ever hear before you die. Yeah, let's pull those geese right back down. No one needs to hear those. This is Canada Hunt for the Nintendo Wii 2010. And although I cannot remember who made this game, it's in the thumbnail. It's in the opening credits, I think. Whatever. I can tell you that it's an immensely enjoyable game if you never play it as it's intended. The alternative is that this actually is the way that you play it as intended. That's possible. Hey. Oh, look, it's flickering. It's like a silent movie. Why is it flickering? Hey, pal. Oh, you're so cute. There you go. We're gonna follow this flickering deer for a moment. It'd be great if we found like a gigantic hand come out of the sky or something. or if this is similar to the Ringu. I just want to follow this thing, and if it crawls down a well... It'd be the perfect horror game. I hope someone has somehow made this into a horror game. I hope this is a horror game and no one's ever discovered it. Man, if wishes were fishes, am I right? So one thing I want to do is... I want to add in... I want to add in a way that you can catch the title of the album that we're listening to. I'll figure it out. Tell me that this thing isn't just the most terrifying thing you've ever seen. It's a flickering deer. You're so cute. Yay. It only flickers when I move. That's why normal hunters would never see this. Speaking of which, why am I carrying a gun? Oh, there's some graphics. Look at this. Look at that. I don't know what this man has seen in his life. That man has seen some stuff. That man has seen some stuff and you wouldn't believe it. He's been places. He's experienced things. Yeah, what's underneath here? Once again, my Halo mind thought that there might be something like a high Ben or something. Right there in the corner. Oh well. Canadian keys, I tell ya. So I made a loaf. Oh, check it out. That. Watch this hill. See where my mouse is pointing? See that that dark shadow, that hill right there? That just cuts off. See this hill? Watch it as I move forward. Watch the top of this tree. That hill is growing. Where are we? Why is there a bullet hole in there? Q. Why is that growing? What's wrong with this place? Are we in limbo? Is this some sort of afterlife? If this location is entirely circled, and there is no way out, how did we get in? How do we get out? I don't understand. It's creepy. I wonder if that's my breath Or if I'm expelling gas from another orifice. That's right. In the Canada Hunt weekend holiday stream, we say orifice. Actually, you know what? Check out this. Here we go. That's frightening. That definitely came from his mouth. Oh, look at that. Some interesting terrain here. So I made bread today. Decided I'd do a bit of baking and I made some bread. It was really tasty. Actually, let me just check something very quickly here. Don't mind me. Oh, you wanted that idea. Great. Ooh. Man, that was a lot of nothing to get there. Boop. Awesome. And I thought as much. Sorry about that. I could hit the pause menu, but nah. So I made some bread today, and it was tasty. It didn't knock my socks off. It's just bread. Ugh. And yeah, it was okay. Had some peanut butter, crunchy peanut butter with it. Little known fact for those of you not in Canada, the people who made the peanut butter, Kraft, also make Kraft dinner. So it was like I was eating Canadian peanut butter. And I say it was like I was eating Canadian peanut butter, but I was actually eating Canadian peanut butter. I should look into making my own peanut butter. I think that'd be tasty. Though I'd need a blender. I notice there's not a lot of Canadian geese honking. I'm not seeing a lot of our wildlife friends either. I guess they don't come around these parts. Oh, here's a dual copse of trees. How are we going to navigate them? Stay tuned. How are you enjoying the avatar? Still trying to work out some of the kinks, trying to calibrate it. Trying to figure out how I can blink or frown. I have no idea how to blink or frown with this avatar, but I'll figure it out. Truth be told, I'm just happy it works. Here's our flickering friend. Let's call him Flicka. Flicka is a reference to a television show from the 1960s, Flicka. And Flicka in that one, Flicka was a horse. thought that had chop marks like an axe beat. Chop, 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 chop. That answer is no. I think this is the most amount of time any human has consecutively played this game. I mean actively, I don't mean you turn the game on and then leave the room, go make a sandwich, go to the store, and then come back. I mean actual consecutive playtime. I bet the developers didn't even play it this long. Well, those geese are getting more frequent. I mean, look at this sky. First of all, it doesn't move. Oh, it does, actually. You know what? There's a very small amount of texture scrolling. Those clouds are moving. That's terrifying. That's terrifying on levels I hadn't thought. So I don't know what I'm going to eat for dinner tonight. I'm thinking really make some soup. Make some, probably some mushroom soup, and have a grilled cheese sandwich. Crazy static fuzz. If there is a jump scare in this game, I will shriek like a child. I will let go of whatever is in my pants. I will lose it. My mind will be blown. Oh, check it out. This sign is floating off the ground. That's fantastic. The developer's like, well, we can't have shortcuts in this game. We need to do everything as best we can. And someone who was in charge of designing this particular sign said, nah, I think I'll cut some corners. I don't think anyone's going to care. Yeah, let's just... That's right. It's peak video game right here. Aren't you glad you tuned in? Believe me, it's the most exciting thing that this game has for offering. Except for that mysterious, staticky Canadian geese horror vibe. I sincerely hope there is a horror element to this. If there are any hackers in the audience who want to hack this game into source code and take a look and see if there's any hidden text in here like, ha, I got you, or hidden audio tracks that are all backwards Beatles songs, by all means, you have my blessing. I encourage you to dive in, to explore and to see if this game truly is the horror game which I suspect it to be. What if these trees, if you were to look down at this map from above, what if these trees spell out something like Habs suck or some Canadian obscurity? Yeah, I think we've... Well, let's be thorough. Let's look for the perimeter. Who playtested this? Who was like, I'm gonna make a video game and I'm gonna sell it on the Nintendo and it's gonna get the official Nintendo seal of approval. It's gonna be the best game. And by the way, this game is rated T for teen. It implicitly is about killing. I've never shot anything in this game. I've never fired the gun, not once. I think it'd be... interesting if, say, you shot a wildlife item. It'd be interesting if said wildlife item dropped into one of those meat sticks that you find in Dragon Quest. I'm just saying. Something cartoony. Because it's T for teen. This game is rated T for teen. Actually, let me just really quickly pull up a I'll pull it up here. Hunt PNG image. Pin link, and there we go. Open link. Oh, wait, where'd it go? Oh. I don't know where it went. Let's remove it. It was there for a moment. Let's save this. Save. Save. And then open that. Get over there, and so here's the game. Hunt wild animals on the move. Take aim on some of nature's most sought-after species. Get up close and personal with white-tailed deer in Saskatchewan, elk in the Colorado Rockies, and wild turkeys in the Savannah River Basin. Customize weapon and ammo to track and target prey. Achieve higher levels with arcade-style scoring. Experience real wildlife elements with advanced high-resolution graphics. Right there, I can tell something's off. And let's not forget the most important part of all of this. It includes bonus elk and turkey hunts. And rated T for teen. Yep. That's this game in a nutshell, everybody. That's this game in a nutshell. And you know what? There's a certain charming quality to it. I'm not going to say it's an Oscar winner. It's by no means a great game. Hardly. I do believe this is where we started. But, I mean, it's got something going for it. It does. I'm glad that this game doesn't force expectations. You're not forced on a time limit to kill. You're not even forced to kill. You're not forced to... You're not forced to play. I kind of respect that. This is a good Canadian game in that sense. It's a game about you and wildlife. It's a game that doesn't mean anything. It's funny, when I was looking to create the tags for this game, I thought, what could I put in? How could I describe this game? And there was a word that came into mind, and it's a Japanese word, and it's Ayashikai. Ayashike. Ayashike. And what it means is daily life or quiet life. Ayashike. How are you? And yeah, this game, like, kind of means that. Just gonna chill out over here, and we'll just stop walking for a minute and take a look at some of the deer. It seems like this is the heart of the map. It seems like this is our main spawn zone. Or our, not Stonehenge, but our bales of hay henge. There we go. So that's the start of the map. See if we can exactly align ourselves with these bales of hay. Remember, there's no strafing. That one's fair. I don't think we're going to win. Oh, that one seems close too. Anyway. Let's see, where's all our furry friends? The name of this song is In Aragon and Castile, Gaita Española sobre la Grometa by Un Camino de Santiago. That was nice. Yeah, there's Flicka. This looks like a Lego head on its side. You can see that it's got an eyeball there, an eyeball there, and a kind of a smile right here. Looks like a Lego. Maybe there's our horror element. It's smiling at us. Now that I think about it, they're all smiling at us. Well, that's terrifying. Horror element. That's cool. Happy Canada Day, everybody. Let's go see what this hideout is all about. Okay, right there. They say deer are skittish, but I mean, we've had them pretty much bump right into us, haven't we? Let's read a bit more of this, shall we? Virtual Play Games, which is a California-based company, a lot from Los Angeles. Rated T for Teen by the ESRB. It's from Maximum Friendly Games and PSR Outdoors. It's light gun compatible. Actually, it's not. It's for use with the gun accessory. The Wii Zapper is what they call it, which is apparently sold separately. Or I didn't do that sooner. So this is Saskatchewan. I remember 10 years ago, 15 years ago, back when this game came out, there was also, simultaneously, there was also a jokey Grand Theft Auto meme that was called, because they were releasing Grand Theft Auto San Andreas and Grand Theft Auto Vice City. And there was one that came out called Grand Theft Auto Saskatchewan. And it just showed, like, the protagonist standing there while there was endless fields of flat, barren plains ahead. This game is pretty much the same thing. Pretty much almost exactly the same thing. I have now been playing this game for an hour. Once again, the longest continuous gameplay that the developers have ever had for one of their games. Kind of feel proud about that, to be honest. And the developers might be watching this, and the developers might say, well, how come you're not going to any of the other stages? And the answer is quite clear. The game is called Canada Hunt. And this is the only stage that takes place in Canada. Which is a little odd to call it Canada Hunt when, hey Flicka, how's it going? How you doing? You okay? And it seems odd to call this game Canada Hunt when two of the stages take place in the United States. But hey, I didn't develop the game. Who am I to say? Now, some of you might be thinking, Tethercat, are you going to be playing this game later? Is this going to be a recurring stream for you, or are you going to continue playing this game over and over and over? And the answer to you is no. Although that no comes with an asterisk. See, here's the thing. I've actually played this game before. And I've actually done a Pacifist Run on this game before on my Twitch account. That was a year ago, perhaps 2 years ago. And believe me, it was just as fun then as it is now. There's nothing that says that I won't return to this game, but I tell you, I would need a good reason. In this case, the reason is, it's Canada Day, or the Canada Day long holiday weekend. And I've got this avatar that I wanted to show off to a brand new audience. And those are my reasons for wanting to play this. Now, if for some reason the developers tell me, if for some reason the developers are watching this game and they say, we can't believe that someone dedicated so long to playing this game, and of course playing in air quotes, and they say, hey, you know what, let's reveal a hidden passcode for the horror element. Because Tethercat didn't quite manage to trigger all of the events necessary for the static honking geese to come down from above in destroy mode. And I would be like, you know what? I'm cool with that. I would say I am very cool with that. If the developers were to contact me and say, considering you hold the world record, in fact, I think if there was a TAS speedrun or even just a speedrun of this game, I would be in the lead currently. For 0% category, of course. And if the developers to contact me and say, hey, you've played this more than everyone combined in your 1 hour of gameplay. Well, your second hour of gameplay if you include the Twitch stream from a few years ago. We're going to contact you and we're going to tell you that there is a certain developer mode. Yes, I would absolutely pick this up and play again. I really would. But until that day comes, I'm afraid you and pretty much everyone else are going to have to just rely on the fact that this is as good as it gets. This is the game. You're not missing anything else at this point. This is just Iyashike on a cloudy, overcast day in the... I hesitate to call them woods. Okay, so before I said that this wasn't really an agricultural area, I neglected to remember that there are bales of hay. This is farmland. Someone has actually done farming of wheat in this area. These might not look like the wheat fields of yore, but you can't deny that wheat field it is. Somehow a vehicle got in here. I walked the perimeter. Somehow vehicle left. I walked the perimeter. I could find no sign of entry or exit, nor ownership, as all the signs have remained unsigned. Let's head back. Let's see if we can find where that wheat is. We know where the bound hay is. Let's see if we can go back and find where that wheat field is. I appreciate that this game has no compass or map. There's absolutely no reason for this closed multiplayer arena to exist. Does anyone know what kind of trees these are? Leave a message in the comments. I don't know. They just look like some weird-ass graphics to me. And I guess that wheat is over there. Whoa. More hay bales. So right before the stream began, there was a thunderstorm warning. That was exciting. And then it lasted about 10 minutes and then it went away. And absolutely nothing happened. Hey, we found the hay. Hey, we found the hay. Hey! Looks like the farmer didn't make it out this far. I wonder if wheat is one of the flowers within the Hanafuda card deck. For autumn, for August. Be nice if it was. You know, these are so randomly scattered. This cannot be the most efficient way to farm. I'm thinking if you have a farmer, and this farmer But there was those really weird golden X's that we came across earlier. They were just X's. I don't understand what they were. So let's go take a look, see if we can rediscover what those golden X's were. Maybe even discover why those golden X's were. Because I'll tell you, that seems like a bit of a graphical oversight. What if there's something in one of the trees, like a little transceiver box? We were to shoot the transceiver box. Now that would make sense. If you're going to put an Easter egg in a game, you'd want to put something with a clue. You'd want to have a way to initiate it, meaning in this case, a gun with a bullet. You'd want to hide it where it's not easily noticeable. But there'd be certain clues such as, hey, the tops of these trees are pointing off in a weird direction, like antennas. Or, hey, there was an area with gigantic X's. Or, hey, all of the Lego heads are staring at you. That would be the best thing to do for a game about, I don't know, a game involving a hidden Easter egg. Something that players would naturally stumble upon. I'm gonna loosely walk around the perimeter, see if we can check out these trees, and if there's a tiny little box in any of them, shoot it. And not even shoot it, maybe we could just walk up and turn it off, although I don't believe that's an option in this game. It's giving the developers way too much credit at that point. Ow. Be nice if the intensity of the geese, or even the intensity of the geese static, were an indicator. It'll also be nice if we could just walk forward while looking from side to side instead of having to stop and strafe. Not having a strafe option? Okay, let's try that one again. Not having the option to strafe makes this game very unpleasant from a Game Boy and first-person shooter and first-player perspective. Alright, so here's a tree and it's got a plus on it. So we're simultaneously checking out the trees, but also looking for those weird X's in the ground that we saw earlier. Also, we have the floating pole. You remember that floating pole? From the 40 or 50 minute mark. And then there's the underside of all of these, which we've only explored one, and I can't remember which one that is. There's so many areas that you could put hidden elements. Like seriously, who would ever look under here for an Easter egg? And ultimately, this game is all about Canada and the deer. And the turkeys, but the turkeys aren't in this level, apparently. In fact, let's take a look. Look how majestic that guy is. He's not worried about Canadian geese. Not worried about Canadian geese at all. Or actually, he stopped and he's staring. Hasn't moved. Maybe he is worried about Canadian geese. It's possible. I am. Oh, no, he's good. It's weird that his antler is moving with his ear. They tied the graphic of his ear with the antler. I love it. Some core game design that is. Look at that antler. That's cute. This guy's missing half of his ear. What kind of walking stance is that? Oh no, okay, I thought it was 2 forward then 2 back, but it's alternating. Don't mind me. And then take a look at the wheat. Like, it's actually pretty impressive up close. Like, this might be the most impressive graphical element. But you wouldn't know it for this game. There's just moments where this game actually appears not bad. Yeah, that deer had something taken out of its ear. Let's call that guy Notch. Oh, we see underneath the map on this one. There's nothing happening under the map. Notch is more of a burrow than a deer. Apparently my music turned off. There we go. Now back to our regularly scheduled music. Fantastic. We've now been playing for an hour and a half. Well, we didn't find any transcorders. Transponder, I should say. And we didn't find those mysterious axes again. We didn't learn the mystery. What did I thought I tripped over something, and apparently I tripped over that deer. That was awkward. Sorry. That's 2 deer that I've tripped over now. In a row. Remember, kids always look both ways before walking over deer. It'd be fun. The music stopped again. Music. I bet it's... Okay, I figured out why the music stops. Anyway, it'd be fun to put this into a 3D slam and walk around and see if I could get a projection of landmarks and elevations of this entire location. LiDAR, if you would. Throw this through LiDAR. At the very least to be interesting. I'll give it that. Well, you know what? We're at the bottom of the hour. We've been playing this for now officially 1.5 hours. I'm gonna exit out. I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna stop it. But we have a little bit more, and that's the credits. And yeah, let's watch the credits. So stick around for a moment. Quit hunt. Are you sure you want to quit? Yes. Loading the menu for that awesome guitar music. And here's credits. original PC version. Also, I get that we got a deer, and I get that we got, like, another deer, and we got a turkey. But what is this? Is that just like a rock? Just a random rock? Alright, everyone. That's it. That's Canada Hunt. Scoring is 0. Everyone, I want to thank you for showing up and playing along. And as always, thanks for watching.